Nikolas is probably going to be the death of her. Nikolas will survive it somehow. Kallista will be dead.
Probably.
Oh, she's been pretty smart so far.
That's what I'm saying. You're the problem. You guys had talked to Timaeus, and they had asked you to go check out some ruins. I want to say looking for a book for them.
We were just out in the woods getting lost, talking to people and doing stuff.
Yeah, fighting that giant. This comes after that.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd already done that stuff. So now you've seen two giants. If you remember, when you guys saw the fire giant, it was mentioned that the giants were all locked away after, the giant war, which is something that happened in Greek mythology and then happened again in this world. And you guys saw your two-headed giant last time.
We'll go with it.
And then the old man with the goats.
Yep, the old man with goats.
I got money.
Yeah, because she's nice to you. For whatever reason. So, you guys camped after talking to the old man, which I think Nikolas slept through. But you woke up, you took your watch, and so you guys rise with the new dawn.
I hear that too for Looney Tunes in my head, every time the sun rises.
Mm-hmm.
That, piano tune or whatever it is. That do-do-do-do.
You also had a griffin, right? Had or have?
Had.
Don't bring that up. That's sad. I liked my griffin.
It's too soon. You do not miraculously still have your griffin. So, you guys wake up in the morning with the new dawn. What are you guys doing?
Well, you ready to go start heading where we're going?
Of course I'm ready to go. I'm rich. I'm ready to go shopping when we finish.
Me too. I got 50
Let's
gold.
hurry up.
Money burning a hole in my bag. Because I don't have pockets. Because I'm a minotaur wearing a leather skirt.
It's not a skirt, it's a tunic. And you don't know that it doesn't have pockets.
Does it have pockets?
No.
What's it?
But you didn't know that, you just assumed. John, as you guys head off, you break camp and get ready to make your way towards these ruins, I need Nikolas to make a survival check.
Oh shit, what am I doing?
You've done this every fucking time!
That's a 9.
Plus...
Oh yeah, I forgot. Survival. That would be an 11.
Okay. So, you make your way more or less in the direction that you remember being told. But it's been a couple days since you got these directions, and you didn't write them down.
Oh, that was smart.
Well, you're the one who did it.
So, I'm getting bashed in the head by branches and stuff, and I just look back at her. Hey, you want to lead?
May I?
Go for it.
Roll your survival check.
5.
5.
Because I have a +4 for survival. Because I got 1.
Oh, no. If you rolled a 1, that's an automatic fail. So, Kallista, you are get out of my way. Let me lead. And you just end up completely going in a circle. You're following this path, and then you realize that there are hoof prints and footprints side by side in front of you, clearly showing you you've already been here.
Looks like somebody's already been here.
I wonder who that would be.
have a clue. I get my sword out, but we better be careful.
I'm just gonna rage now.
Okay. Instead of Rage Against the Machine, it's Rage Against the Minotaur.
I mean, what can I do? I don't really know what to do.
Follow the Minotaur.
That works so well every time.
I know, right? That's why she's nervous.
We're all nervous.
Oh, I thought you said Weast.
Okay, so you guys are wandering, trying to find these ruins, and after a while, between the two of you, kind of bickering over directions, like weirdly a married couple.
I'm telling you, it was a damn left up here, not a right.
I have to respond. Just leave me alone.
You're the one that got us running in a circle.
And you were not much help before that.
Well, at least I could go in a straight line.
Yeah, never mind.
In the wrong direction.
That's right. You got nothing to say. I win.
Okay. So as you guys are getting more and more lost by just bickering and not even paying attention to the path, you notice that it's starting to get foggy very, very quickly.
Hell.
Can I roll for perception?
What are you trying to percept?
What's causing this fog?
There's no telling. It just seems to have appeared kind of out of nowhere. As you guys are walking along, the more lost you get, the thicker it gets. And pretty soon, you guys are entirely enveloped. Like, you cannot see
Each other?
You can't see the ground below your feet. You can't see each other. It's just nothing but white.
I start to panic, and I start to flail my arms around me looking for Nikolas.
Okay.
Possibly unsuccessfully, because he's probably ran off in the opposite direction from me already.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to stick by.
I want to hold hands with Nikolas for safety.
I'm going to try to grab your hand.
I still can't feel you.
So as you guys are reaching out, trying to find each other in this just whiteness. Jesus.
Sorry.
I didn't say it.
As you guys are reaching out, trying to find each other, and just feeling very isolated, you, Nikolas, first find yourself in a different land. A very familiar land. You find yourself back home in the mountains of Pura.
The fuck? I don't remember climbing any hills, let alone mountains. The fuck am I home?
So, as you're kind of looking around, you realize that you've been walking down this mountain path, and you round the bend to find yourself at your parents' workshop. You hear the sounds of hammer and metal. Clearly, there's someone working in the shop. What the fuck?
I was just thinking of that scene, that ending scene on Fievel. American Tail. 5-0, Papa!
Please explain to me how you jumped from Dungeons and Dragons,
to an
a
American
Minotaur
Tail.
with a family of Minotaurs, to fucking 5-0.
Because I ain't been home in a long time. Haven't seen my family. I've been lost a lot. And like the dad in that show, I'm pretty sure my dad wasn't looking for me either. Because he probably thought I'm dead.
Maybe. Hard to say. I mean, you did kind of set off on your own to, hang out with some shady characters.
Well, I guess I walk up to the house. I'm going to do detect magic.
Okay.
Just because I'm skeptical.
So, you cast this spell, and just this, spectrum of light, multicolored, almost a rainbow of light, starts to spread out. And it continues past the 30-foot range of Detect Magic. And just envelops everything. So from nothing but white to home to now this just prismatic
Acid trip.
basically, yeah. So Jess.
Can I comment on the situation real quick? What the fuck? Did you not do that when we were in the fog together? Jonathan. Sorry.
I actually thought this was going to go different than where he turned.
Okay. So
I was expecting some kind of big tentacle monster to show up.
You always go to tentacles. No. So on the last episode, I was just listening before you guys got here, and whenever she was checking the bag that was full of gold, you were like, I was expecting some kind of tentacle to come out of it. I'm like, this is two episodes in a row. I think you have a problem. Anyway, Kallista.
So, this is obviously an illusion.
You don't know that. We'll get back to it. Hold that thought. You find yourself in this white, but it quickly starts to fade, and you find yourself in a tavern.
I'm just inside a tavern.
Mm-hmm. So you are sitting kind of in the back, just watching as the people come and go. There are a small group of bards playing music more in a central area. And you see people drinking, some people dancing, a lot of people just kind of conversing about the tavern. But you sit by yourself in a corner, just observing.
I don't want to draw attention to myself with sitting money. Pretty sure I'll get robbed. In my little acid trip of a tavern. I am going to walk towards the bar to get a drink, while also listening in on conversations around me.
Okay.
To see if there's any relevant information on how I got here. What's going on.
So, as you go up to get a drink, you hear a few different conversations. You hear a group of orcs talking about work in the mines, kind of bitching about their hard-ass overseer who just won't let them take any breaks, just constantly working them. You hear some other people who seem like they might be from out of town. They seem to be looking for directions. And then you hear a man talking to the barkeep about his wife who passed away.
Well, I stole my drink. So I'm walking on the way, and I'm hearing these conversations.
Yeah.
I have not asked the tender yet.
You've not asked the chicken tender.
For my drink. I feel like an asshole if I interrupt his sad story about his wife. But I'm really not interested.
You don't have to interrupt. You could wait until he pauses. You could, do something else.
Can I roll for perception to see if the people that are out of town, I'm assuming are visiting the area or traveling through, so that have any knowledge about where I currently am?
So that would be more of an insight check.
Okay, well I'll do that then. 4.
Okay. So you're kind of listening, and they almost seem like they're lost. Like they're not really sure.
I am going to clear my throat and kind of wave at the bartender to get his attention.
Okay.
So I can get my drink.
Okay. Just roll the 20 and let me know what you get.
11.
So you kind of clear your throat and just kind of motion for the bartender. And you notice that the man who was talking, he's kind of trailed off. Like, it seems like he was already finished with his story by that time anyway. And he kind of looks over at you and you make eye contact.
Means I have to speak with him.
Can you feel the love tonight?
So, the guy is looking at me, not the bartender.
I mean, the bartender comes over to take your order as well. But
Okay. I ask him, how is he doing?
he says, I guess I'm all right. I'm new to town. Just passing through.
Do you happen to know where we are?
He says, do you not know where you are?
I'm not 100% sure where I am. I just know I'm in a tavern currently. I'm
So-
kind of lost.
So he says, how much have you had to drink?
I haven't drank. I haven't drank.
He says, how about this then? Your first drink's on me.
I actually don't need your money.
He says, well, you clearly don't have any. And you notice you don't have anything with you other than your clothes.
The fuck is my money at? Man. I take a few deep breaths. Because I'm about to go fucking ape shit in this bar. Who the fuck stole my money? I guess I will take this free drink.
So the man orders 2 drinks, one for you and one for himself. And we'll cut back to Nicholas. So Nicholas.
He was in the middle of an acid trip.
So this prismatic, just everything around you is like a kaleidoscope of colors. And it actually reminds you a little bit of a previous time that you had experienced some similar effects when you met Timaeus.
Oh, hell. Okay.
But something about this feels off. Doesn't feel quite the same, but it's similar.
Is there a cliff I can jump off of now?
Well, it's still a kaleidoscope, so not currently. Why are you trying to jump off a cliff?
Because I do not want to go to where you're fixing to send me.
You don't even know.
You got something up your sleeve. So the house has disappeared. I'm just in the middle of a kaleidoscope.
Yep.
Is there any way I can stop my spell?
I mean, your spell was already ended.
Oh, so it just triggered that, and okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured all the kaleidoscope stuff would go away after my spell ended.
Well, so I had more to say. You kind of were going off on something, so I was going to let you have your moment. Let me just continue. So like I said, this feels familiar. Like whenever you first got your magic. But instead of like a warm, inviting, friendly feeling that you got whenever Timaeus transferred their power to you, this is just cold. Empty. And you feel, despite the fact that this is a very like technicolor sort of vibe, you just feel drained almost. You know, it seems like it would be a fairly happy thing with all of these bright colors, but you just feel almost empty. And as you're just kind of thinking and feeling this, these colors suddenly just stop. Everything around you goes black for a moment, and you find yourself in a misty sort of a swamp. There are no trees, just a low fog covering the ground, but you can see raised patches here and there that are overhanging with moss. And you hear scurrying. You can only see about 20 feet in any direction. So all of this that you can see is within that radius. But outside of that, you can hear scurrying and whispers.
So I hear whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Are these friendly sounding whispers?
Roll an insight check.
Oh man, I don't want to for shit. So that is 15.
They just seem like whispers. You can't really discern one way or another whether they're friendly or unfriendly. Right now, they just seem kind of neutral.
Can I hear which direction they're coming from?
So it's similar to the skittering sounds. It's just kind of random, almost. Like you'll hear them kind of in front of you and then behind you. Sometimes above, left or right, just all over at different times. Sometimes coming from more than one direction at the same time.
Okay, you said the fog is like completely around me, right?
So, right around you, in about a 20-foot radius, it's about like ankle high. You know, just enough to cover the ground. You can see mounds of earth that stick up within that radius.
Okay, so
But everything after that 20 foot is just white fog.
I'm going to try to make my way out of this swamp. But I really hope I roll good on this. Because the fog is about ankle high and there are patches of grass and stuff, I am going to try to crouch or maybe lay down and try to sneak my way out of the fog, since I don't know where the whispers and the scurrying's coming from, because it's ankle high. And if I'm crouching, I can still be seen because I'm big.
You're pretty big and you have horns.
So we'll see, I'll pop my head up every few feet and see what's going on, then I'll lay flat. I'm not being smart. That's funny. That's what I want to do.
All I'm picturing right now, I think it was Looney Tunes, the dog, whenever he's like creeping around on his fingers and toes, like on all fours, but he's just on his fingers and toes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing Nikolas doing, but with much less coordination.
You know, like army crawl.
So you can roll your stealth, but you can roll it with disadvantage.
Oh, damn it. Okay, my stealth plus 4. It's 14. My second roll was a 17. My first roll was a 10. Oh wait, no, wait. Ooh. Oh, it's 10 plus 8.
You somehow manage crawling on your hands and knees. Or not even your hands and knees. Not quite an army crawl, but almost like you've got your elbows down and your knees just bent enough that you're not dragging anything. Somehow, this thick boy fucking Minotaur manages to just crawl. Very, very slowly. Very slowly. But without a sound. You are just stealth incarnate.
Hell yeah. I am the walrus, bitches.
As far as sound. Sight is a different matter.
Oh, hell.
It's ankle high.
Can I disguise myself as the fog?
That's not how disguise self works.
Shit.
You know this. You tried to do that as a tree and it didn't work. Because you can't do things that aren't people.
Oh, I thought my turn was over.
No, you looked like you had a thought.
I was thinking about
I was worried about you.
Then the fog in the movie actually became physical forms of dead pirates, so yeah, that wouldn't work either.
Spoilers, John. Now you just ruined this whole episode.
You can cut it out. Delete! I should have continued my nap earlier.
Probably.
Instead of waking me up.
Love you.
Well, you too.
Sounds like she really meant it there.
She does.
So much confidence. She does.
And she's taking her wind ring on, off, using it to clean her fingernails.
Yeah. As one does.
I'm very unsuccessful.
Okay. So, you are just crawling very carefully, quietly, but it's only ankle high. So, I mean, your ass is sticking out. Your head sticks above. Your shoulders stick above. So, I mean, you're very, very quiet.
Shit.
Someone's gonna take that ass.
I could have covered myself with fucking moss.
I don't think that's how that works either.
Yeah, moss doesn't normally crawl.
Shut up.
These things are mechanical or something, I guess.
Never mind.
I was just trying to figure out where you were going with that. Because I was just as lost as.
What's
anybody.
funny is there's going to be people that listens to this podcast who also played Metal Gear Solid, and they're going to know exactly where I'm going with that.
What you're doing wrong is you didn't bring a cardboard box. As you are crawling along, you hear a snap. Close. A little bit behind you, just out of sight.
It's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing to sneak forward to get away from it.
So, you hear.
I pretend that I didn't hear that, and I keep going forward.
So, you then feel a tap on your shoulder, and you hear. Sir?
All right. That's where we're going to end this session.